I can actually do the rest of it. This quest takes a lot of
We
talking to
may
get
have
through.
different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. The road ahead is not an easy one. So I'll ask you one last time.
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take... Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment, no matter how arduous the journey ahead. I hope we both reach our desired destination.
I still feel like at this point we should be stronger, or at least as strong as the Knave. Because we beat... Well, the problem is we haven't actively used our own power in a very long time, and I think that's kind of weird. And by haven't used our own power, I mean, like, the Travelers had help in every single fight. Every single major fight at the end of the game, we have some form, or at the end of each quest, we have some sort of help. Like, in the story, so... I feel like we should be stronger than most characters at this point, considering we... Canonically, our strength multiplies every time we get a new element. That was shown in the second fight. We were nowhere near strong enough to do anything to Senora. But when we fought Child, he was like, we were stronger than our predictions. And then the same thing happened when we beat Senora outright in the Inazuma. And we had three elements. But when we fought Raiden in Inazuma, we didn't have our own power. We didn't beat her outright. We had that massive increase in strength, which made every character do like 1 billion damage. And then in Sumeru, we had 100, like almost 200 fights worth of experience against Shoki no Kami, and the help of that little weird Akasha thing. And then in Fontaine, we barely did any of the fighting. Most of the fighting was done by Neuvillette. Hello. So yeah, it's kind of weird. We haven't shown the power of... Well, the last time we used multiple elements was in Liyue, so... We haven't even shown the power of 5, or almost 6 elements yet. Which we really should. We really should show that power. Forget how long this takes. Because, like, we show that the Traveler can use multiple elements.
At the hotel booth today? Oh, Paimon wonders how they're doing.
Like, we fought Child, and we did that last hit in his second phase using both Anemo and Geo. we should, at this point, have an animation where she uses, like, all 5 at once. And 6 now. I keep forgetting. We have Pyro.
Lynette?
Well, not quite
Fremennik?
yet. I'm not
How
sure
are you
why, though.
feeling?
Much better. What about you? Are you feeling alright?
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand... Oh, and I wanted... Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago, and told us about what happened with Crucibina and Clairvy.
Wait, what?
Crucibina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth. Crucibina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. Crucibina never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crucibina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clairvy included, were lost to the flames.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crucibina or Clairvy.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now. And that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crucibina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Of course.
Our filial...
I actually saw them at a cafe. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently. They seemed happy.
Cool. It keeps saying teleport point unlocked. Where? Does a new one appear? Okay, no, it's just talking about this. Scattered ruins. This is where I get the stuff I actually need, yeah. Cool. I still feel like the Traveler is really underrepresented in terms of strength. Like, genuinely. I want to go actually see if I can find any of them. Where's the Cafe Coup d'etat? I can't remember what that is. Is that the other thing over here? Also, I can switch back to Kachina now. And that's probably why they threw us over here. It's not them, because they're usually here, aren't they? No, this is Cafe de la Touche. So where is Cafe Coup d'etat? I don't actually know where that is. I feel like we should probably see them nearby, right? Is one of these the cafe and I just didn't know that? Come on, there should be around here somewhere, right? Where's the Cafe Tout de Ta? I don't actually know where that is. I want to find it. Okay, there's an easier way of finding people than us doing this. Is there really no one anywhere? Really? Because this is Hotel de Boer, which is not what I'm looking for. Weird. I really feel like we should be seeing them. No idea. Yeah, I don't see them. Weird. Anyway, that's all for that. I still have a bunch of other stories and stuff to do. I still have to do Sino, Coloran, Siege Wings, and Emily's. So I'll be working on those.